أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبكي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين ورحمة الله وبركاته أعظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابنا بالحسين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب الله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Once again, we want to send our condolence to Imam Sahib al-Zaman, Ajalallah Ta'ala Faraj al-Sharif, and our great Maraji, most especially the Sayyid Qaid, the leader of the Islamic Revolution of Iran, and all the Muhibbin, the Ahlul Bayt, all over the entire world. Adam Allah Ujurakum. Today we want to have discussion concerning the topic I decided to discuss on. One, there are some certain things that are forbidden during the morning of Imam Hussein, which is, it has almost become bid'ah when you see it in the midst of the Shia world. Before I go into that, I would like to just make some preamble concerning Ashura itself. We have received attacks several times from different type of people, most especially our Sunni brothers. They do attack us that we cry so much for Imam Hussein. Why do we need to cry? When you are mourning or you are in a state of grief or huzn, you don't need to cry. And crying, as far as they are concerned, is bid'ah, and it has no any foundation in Islam. We want to categorically reboot their statement. Before I go into that, I would like to quote one or two verses. In Surah Yusuf, verse 12, verse 84, Almighty Allah is saying, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, wa qala ya asafa ala Yusuf, wa biyaddat aynahu min al-huzni, fa huwa kadhim." And he said, "Oh, my sorrow over Yusuf," and his eyes become white from a grief because of the sorrow that he suppressed. This is one of the Quranic verse, and in one of the sayings of Aimma, alayhimus salam, it is one of the Imam said, "Rahimallahu man ahya amrana." May Allah's mercy, may Allah have mercy on those that revive our affairs. This is one of the hadiths of the Imams. Today, we all know that when the month of Muharram comes, month of Muharram is a month of heartbreaking, and it's a month of sorrow, which no reasonable man, it's not only for the Shias, but it is for the entire humanity, mankind. It is it is for the entire mankind, because what happened to Imam Hussein alayhi salam is not for only the Shias. It is for everybody, anybody that believe in rising up against any form of oppression. Then this issue of Imam Hussein must concern you. Therefore, the episode of Karbala, we have said it several times, and we will continue to say it, that irrespective of whatever effort the enemies are putting in to see that they extinguish the light of Almighty Allah, they are only wasting their time. Because Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he himself is a light, and what happened to him serve as an illuminating light to the entire world. Yes, they may succeed, they may say they succeeded in killing his physical body, but spiritually Imam Hussein is everywhere today. That is why anywhere you go in the world, the first 10th of Muharram is commemorated all over the entire world. Even the Christians some of the Christians that are enlightened and they are aware of what happened that day, they don't just sit down, they don't just sit down and keep silent, but they try to revive that particular day we call Ashura. The episode of Ashura is so worrisome that no amount of tongues that can describe what happened that day. What they did to Imam Hussein and his companions is something that cannot be comprehended. Today we are talking about Islam, and the only reason why the original Islam survives today is the sacrifice of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. We call it Al-Islam al-Asil, original Islam. Yes, there is a reason why we call it original Islam, because it is Islam that is built on what the Quran and the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, it is built on it, because the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, in his last pilgrimage, as we are all aware, it is reported, it is unanimously agreed upon. There is consensus among the Muslim ulama that this hadith Sakolain is authentic. Therefore, it is not only authentic, it is mutawatir. What did the Holy Prophet said? He said, "Inni tariku fikum Sakolain." I'm leaving two heavy things for you. Lan tadillu, you will never go astray if you hold on to them. What are those two things? Kitab Allah wa itrat ahad baiti, the book of Allah and my household. These are the two things that the Holy Prophet left for the entire mankind. And had it been that we stick to it, Islam could have advanced more than the way it is today. Today, we start borrowing from the Western world because we have refused to follow the pattern that the Holy Prophet left for us. This issue we are discussing, issue of Karbala,